This place is quite amazing. I'm back at the bathrooms, aren't I? I'm gonna try and sprint. This is where I encountered the monster earlier, isn't it? No, it must have been a different room. I'm just kind of going in a lot of loops, I'm convinced. There's another very barren bathroom. Maybe there's never gonna be anything interesting inside these restroom stalls. Restroom stalls. Can't pronounce things. I need to enunciate for the commentating purposes and the viewers. All two of you who are watching me play this horror game. Quote unquote horror game. It's kind of a loose fit. The horrors I've encountered have not caused me to make my pants brown. I'm disappointed. Of course, I'm probably about to eat my own words right there and something spooky is going to happen, but I'm not really counting on it. I'm just glad that so far, the game has not really relied on jump scares. Because I hate it when video games do that. Huh. Looks like he had a bit of an awful night. Yep. Well, at least he's covered up. He's probably sleeping very soundly on that stretcher. He has a blanket and everything. He knows how to hide and escape from the Hat Man. This isn't real. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real then? Answer me this, pentagram! I thought Doom 3 only relied on pentagrams. Doom 3 wasn't really a proper horror game, it was more like an action horror. I guess is the best way to describe it. More stalls. I honestly don't know why I'm bothering opening up all these bathroom stall doors, because they don't contain anything remotely interesting in them at all. Ah, another page. I'm attaching a picture here from the Book of the Hat Man. If I go missing, you go look for him. Or if I disappear and no one comes looking, I need to make it through the night. I guess that sort of looks like a Hat Man. It looks more from a distance that he actually is sporting a top hat, which is definitely proper. That's kind of what I was expecting from this, but last time I saw that man, it looked more like a 1940s fedora. I must confess, it wasn't really all that interesting looking to me. Is there another? Yeah, there's another diary page here. That's good. I'm glad to see that it actually notifies you about diary pages by the flickering of the flashlight and the constant whispering. Because they could probably do the exact same thing with actual monsters and shadow people. And that's honestly not a bad gimmick. Because it would catch certain players off guard. I've definitely crossed over to somewhere. I'm not dead. At least I don't think I am. My butt still hurts from the chair I sat in while reading. This place is like the hospital after they let it go for a century or two. Just before I got here, I remember seeing the Hat Man try to escape, but he got into my head. It's those eyes. No eyes. It has no face. Oh, it's so spooky. His hat is so sexy, however. Oh! Hi. Okay, that actually did give me quite a bit of a startle. He captured your soul. Man, he certainly captured my attention. He just turned me around and he's like, yo, check out my jaw. It stretches all the way to the floor in a comedic fashion. Oh, God. Oh, I'm all the way back here. That's just lovely. Well, it looks like he captured my attention, alright. He captured my soul. That was really spooky. Right, well, I guess I'm just gonna end up having to collect all these journal pages all over again. Would have preferred if that didn't happen again. Definitely would have preferred that. Well, I collected all the journal pages. Maybe I can actually leave this place. I don't suppose there's, like, no save option either, so I could be here for a while. But yeah, I pretty much just ate my own words right there. That was definitely unexpected. I thought that dude would be just trapped behind a wall for all eternity. But, no. Oh, game credits. I guess that's kind of cool that they have this room back here and everything. I would have expected this to be like at the end of the game or more of an Easter egg or something, but hey. Game mechanics. Good look at all the people that contributed to this effort. Very nice, very nice. Oh, the box with the cross is gone. At least there's a teddy bear, though. The teddy bear makes a fine substitute. Okay, then. Let's repeat those steps, I guess. Maybe I'll just cut to a different part of this area. so we'll actually do interesting things. I kind of wish I could just still take this axe with me. Like, if you're telling me that this is broken, I'm not really gonna believe you there, because, I mean, it's, it's jammed to the board, but you could just pull it out. The axe handle is still attached to the axe piece of metal itself, so I don't really believe you in the fact that it's broken. I have very high doubts about that possibility. Right, so I'm just gonna cut the footage right here and I'll see you if something different happens, maybe. I think this is a slightly different area. A lot of these places kind of look the same. Did I just slow down right there, or am I just hallucinating? I think there might be a monster nearby, because that's usually what indicates the slowing down effect, is that there's probably a monster there, or maybe I'm just colliding into something. I do have, like, a sprint button. I keep forgetting that the sprint button exists, so I constantly end up just doing silly things, like not actually sprinting, and that's probably gonna be the death of me in the end. Ugh. I need to remember these things properly. Uh, I really kinda wish I had a map or something to help me navigate this place, because this one thing that I really don't like about this place, there's a lot of samey looking areas. And of course, I think that's to be expected, reusing textures and whatnot. This pretty much, as far as I'm aware, is an indie title. Granted, it looks like it had a lot of people listed in the credits, so pretty big indie title, but nothing gargantuan to the point where it would have such huge production value. I don't think it really looks necessarily bad. I was kind of hoping for a bit of variety in certain places. So far, this just seems to be more or less a walking simulator with the very slight threat of something killing you. Which, I think that pretty much goes for most horror games in the end, so... Eh. I feel like I just made a huge circle. I think maybe there's like a diary page nearby. I'm hardly paying attention to these diary pages at this point. I think there's a game objective in here somewhere. I'm trying to find out what that is. I don't really want to go out of my way to get all of the diary pages and listen to all of them. Maybe I could, maybe I couldn't. Let me just view my journal right here. Process groups. Don't think the pages would be randomly generated either. If I were to guess, pages are probably set in such a way that it doesn't matter what order you collect them in, they'll always appear in the same order. So I could go, like, skip one diary page and approach a different one from a completely different room, but it would still be technically the one that I would have picked up in the first room to begin with, if that technically makes any sense at all. Yeah, I already read this. Maybe you get an achievement for getting all the diary pages. They're they're not really difficult to miss, considering what the implications of the game are whenever you pick them up or get near them, is like the flashlight starts flickering and all that. Then again, I'm not really sure if that also implies that there is a monster nearby. There is a cushiony room over here. Very nice. At least this area looks different. It has those cushiony stalls. I sort of vaguely remember this curving hallway, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. Ambience? Very nice. There's probably a monster nearby. Maybe there is. Mr. Hatman, would you kindly reveal yourselves to me? Well, that could happen. I mean, that's one way of revealing yourself, is causing a cliched horror effect. I'm gonna go through another curving hallway and reach this place where I could see pretty much exactly the same amount of geometry that I previously encountered. Yep. Now I know why they're called insane asylums, because they make you insane from wandering around in similar looking rooms for the past 15 minutes. Not to knock on the developers or anything. I'm sure they worked hard on these, and I can respect them for making a working game. But I'm still sort of confused. Like, who am I necessarily looking for right now, and how do I reach them? Because again, this is starting to boil down to a walking simulator with the slight posing of a threat. I haven't encountered the threat again in a while, though. I'm not sure how he, like, commutes throughout this building. I'm not exactly sure how the AI functions. Maybe it's meant to track you in a somewhat slow fashion. Or maybe he sits in, like, a predetermined location that may be randomly generated. And just kind of waits for you to show up so that way he can start pursuing you. I'm starting to think it's more of the latter. Oh, it's a diary page. I think I already read this one. Yeah, I did. So, I'm still going in circles. Very good. Very good. Yeah. This is exciting. Very exciting. Another journal page. That's the last one I got. Actually, now I wonder, does this gentleman appear after you collect a certain amount of diary pages? I encountered, like, one of those weird shadow beasts, like, once. And that was at the very beginning of this playthrough. So, kind of wondering what is up with the absence of those guys. Maybe they approach you if you stand around in place for too long. Maybe they're connected to the teddy bears. This teddy bear is holding a black heart. Very symbolic of black hearts. Black heart syndrome. I don't know, though. I don't really know. Like, here's another barren room. It has a sink and a mirror, but that's about it. It kind of defeats the purpose of it being a bathroom if you can't even dip your legs into a toilet and call it a bath. Blah. Blah, I say. This place does not reach... Like, really? You already did this. That wasn't... It wasn't even that scary the first time. Come on. Oh, I heard breathy sounds. Mr. Monster, are you in here, Mr. Hutman? I have a light. Would you like to see my light? I'm sewing these fine leather jackets. Would you like to buy one? I'm kind of wondering if I even have a sprinting meter that may or may not be visible on the screen. I kind of want to experiment with it just by running around a lot, but at the same time, that kind of runs the risk of running out of sprinting meter right when the monster is nearby. And that could be a problem. Okay. I think I've gone through enough rooms to pretty much infer that this is just a repeating hallway game, where you have to find all the diary pages, otherwise you're not doing things right. My heart rate is raising. I guess the Hat Man's nearby, because I'm not really seeing any diary pages at all, and going this way makes the blinky go away. Yeah. Ambience is quite repetitive. Overall, I'd give this game a 10 out of 10 for atmosphere. Kind of leaning towards the 3 out of 10 for the monster itself. At least it looked kind of spooky. But the jaw effect just kind of ruined it. Hold on. Hold on. Why is my flashlight blinking? Oh, there's a thing in there. Can I... Yes, I am indeed clicking to open. Ooh, matches. Finally, something happened! It only took me about 20 minutes for something interesting to happen. Now I need to find a candle, I guess? Maybe there's a fireplace where I can use these matches? Oh. Oh, yeah, that's normal. This is what I would have in my asylum if I had built one. Let's see, what is my number for matches? 8. Very good. It seems to be loose. Yes. I don't think I want to be jumping over this anytime soon, though. I can't apply... I think I need a hammer for this. If I were to guess. Might need a hammer. My hands do absolutely nothing for this either, so... I guess I'm gonna have to come back to this room at some point. Yeah. Oh, it's the hat dude. Okay, I'm just gonna run away now. And maybe I'll find something to do with these matches. Because that's probably the objective at this point. Is just find an interactable source with the match. and, I don't know, burn something? Burn things? Some people just want to watch the world burn. I'm one of those people. I'm hearing breathing? Maybe that was a shadow people? Don't block me, Mr. Wheelchair. I'm just trying to get by. More x-rays of the exact same rib cage. Chest cavity. I guess that's another way to put it. I don't know many medical terms, so I kind of struggle to figure those ones out sometimes. What's going on in here? Like, if I were to guess, there's probably a diary page here. Someplace. Not really much of anything happening here, honestly. Yeah, I, don't really know what I'm doing half of the time. You've probably noticed by now. I want something to do with it. Oh, geez, he's actually quite fast. Okay. Hi. Yeah. Oh, finally, something different's happening. Good. A staircase. We found the staircase to the basement, and there's a fan. Good. I'm just gonna speed right through a bunch of this. Ooh. Nice. Ventilation shaft. Excellent. Maybe I can actually hide from the monster in here. That would be preferable. I don't think I can climb up this. That's a problem. Well then, I'm gonna activate the matches. Maybe. And maybe I can do something with these. Maybe I have to wait for the Hat Man to pass by in a certain point. Because I think that's where I came from. I want to say. Not sure if this guy can go in ventilation shafts, but not really sure if I want to find out. Meh. Yeah, like, I came down here. I have the matches. What do I use the matches for? I'm gonna just sneak back into that one room which I entered the shaft from. And see if the guy's stuck there. Because I would have thought that he would follow me in here. Seems like the kind of thing the Hat Man would do. He was like, yo, check out my hat. It's a pretty sexy hat, isn't it? And I would say yes. But sir, why are you following me? Why does this hat matter so much to you? I need to reactivate my light. I don't like how you'll have to switch to your inventory first in order to actually activate anything at all. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, I think that's just a dead end there, just for effect. I would have thought that I could have dropped down in this place from a different area, but a lot of these hallways tend to repeat, and interesting things only happen when you find certain items. And these matches, not really doing very much for me. Gotta say. If I could light myself a bonfire, cozy up for the night, that'd be pretty nice. Is this guy still out here? I don't know. Felt like I would have run into him again at some point. Maybe he just disappeared. He went off to go do Hat Man things. Things that the Hat Man would do. Those activities, I would not personally recognize. Yeah, hi. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I guess there is a save game mechanic. I haven't figured it out just yet. Probably should have configured that in the controls. This game is, it's a thing. It has a guy with a pretty long jaw and a very fancy hat. I give it 8 stars out of 8. I think for the time being, I'm gonna go bugger around with the controls and see if I can find like a save option. And I'll come back to this game when I have a better sense of what I'm doing with myself. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great day or evening. And I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.